everybody, my name is Viola Hall. I am here at the 2019 No Fear Unstoppable Women's Conference, and it has been an amazing journey. I actually did the teen edition and I was super duper excited and fired up for it, guys. If you weren't here, I'm sorry you missed it, but you're gonna have to get the next one. What I learned out of this is being unstoppable. So what being unstoppable means to me is being relentless. That means by any means necessary, whatever your goals are, whatever you aspire to do, go ahead and reach your goals. Go ahead and go for them. Don't let the fear kick in, because once the fear kicks in, it's going to paralyze you. So you don't want it to paralyze you, right? You want to be successful, go out there and be unstoppable.
Christ, and I hope that that will encourage you if you don't know who you are and you're still trying to figure that out. I'm a product of a place where the sun always shines, where the people almost all look like me. I'm talking about a place where our mother still looks at us like kings and queens. And if I could walk out to my own anthem, the first line of lyrics would go exactly like this. Y'all ready? Yes. Okay. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. But then all eyes would be on me, just like you're doing right now. See, you're staring at me, it's only because I'm behind a mic. When I was younger, I used to shy away from the spotlight. Close the curtains because it's too bright in here. I lived life dilated until I got introduced to the sun. And that's when he woke me up. And you can call it woke, but I call it conversion, because I would never see things the same again. I reached for a contact.
Hey, I'm Trista. I'm at the 2019 No Fears Women's Conference. And what I got out of it is just an amazing empowerment. Women are strong, women are bonded together, and we are unstoppable.
That's how I ended up here. She's very convincing. She's just got a gift. Whatever she says, you're like, okay. So, it was that moment of revelation, where I came face to face with the reality of what God's inclusive love actually is about. It never leaves anyone out. And when I finally grappled with the most known scripture to the world, not just the Christian world, but the world, which, by the way, I think we all know that most of the world is not Christian. But the most known scripture to the world, even I knew it as a Hindu, John 3:16, speaks of an inclusive love to the whole world of the people God created.
Hey everyone, my name is Anisha Sharp, and I've been honored to be a speaker at the No Fear 2019 conference, where the theme was unstoppable. And I not only had the opportunity to share from the stage and encourage the women, but I was so honored to sit in the audience and listen to speakers share and impart to us about tips and tools and ways to be unstoppable.
I had the most amazing career. During that time, I met Eric, married him. He adopted my daughter. We had what everyone would see as that straight line, that this is it, we've got it all together. Then, after being married to him for 22 years, he came home from a business trip one day and said, "We're done. We're done." And he left. And when we first got together, he had said to me, "I want the whole package. You, your child, your mom, I want the whole thing." And I had made it very clear that's what he got. There was no option, but he agreed to it and did a good job with it. But then he was done. He was done and left, and at that time, it's been 3 years now, he left to go be with a woman who was 35. So interesting that I'm standing here with you all today after an Uber ride where he told Wywana's husband how great I am.
You know, one of the worst things you can do to a man is take your foot and slam your foot on top of theirs. Pain. And the last thing you've got is you have a voice. I want everybody in here. And I told girls, I did a safety presentation after the lady's daughter almost got abducted. I went over and did a safety presentation for their high school girls, and I told them, I said, when you were a little girl, you remember in school that they told you you had your quiet voice for when you were working, you had your indoor voice when you were talking, and you had your outdoor voice when you were playing outside. What I want you to use is your outdoor voice. So I would like for everybody in here, on the count of 3, in their outdoor voice, to say, get away. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Get away!
I'm gonna give you guys a huge tip. Write this one down. I make 2 payments a month. If you use your credit card like you do your debit card, you'll always have good credit, because you'll pay it off every month. So people are always waiting to get the money to pay the credit card off, and you don't get any credit for running that debit card every month, right? Why don't you use your credit card like you do your debit card? So I literally pay all my bills from my credit card every month. I pay all my bills. So I put and then I pay the credit card off. Instead of paying the debit card off, I pay the credit card off. So it's always reporting that I have low usage, right? And so if that makes up 30% of the pie, you see how quickly that's gonna make my scores go up, right? So then the next is gonna be length of credit. A lot of times people will have some credit, they're like, let me just pay this off and I'm gonna close that account. You're actually hurting yourself doing that. You wanna show that you have a positive credit history, and like that you have a history, and it isn't just like 1 or 2. A good credit report has 9 positive accounts. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but it has 9 positive accounts. So you want to make sure you're not closing those accounts. You want to keep them going.
I just smiled because I knew I wasn't going to let it stop me. So even with all my challenges, I keep going. I just believe in myself more than I believe in what's going on around me. And even with family challenges, my family not being there like they should when I needed to. But you know what? I knew one thing, that I had God. So even when family turned their back on me and said, you know, that's the end of you because you had a child at 17. Keep in mind, I wasn't supposed to have children. So both of my children are miracles and my blessings.
Forced busing, Los Angeles School District. We were being bused into a white community that was a beach community, very, upper crust. And we were met at the back gate by parents with baseball bats. And I remember just total chaos, because this is a high school we're talking about. And I remember, because I wasn't there, I wasn't riding the bus. My mom drove me because we had moved, so she had to drive me. So I didn't see that portion, I was told later. But when I did step on the campus and I was walking down the hall, when all of it broke out, a young black male runs up to me, and I had an afro at the time, so he has a sister. So he runs up to me and he says, "You better keep some white A." And I just froze. And then in that instant, there was just an indignant, something indignant just rose up in me. And I remember looking at him going, "Well, tell me, what side do I fight on, my mama's or my daddy's?"
But do it afraid. Because as you keep moving anyway, the Lord will meet you where you're at, and He will give you the strength that you need, and that's the enemy. Because when you get in alignment and do what you are supposed to do, all these other people are going to fall in line with their destiny. Because they need what you're putting out. And it might not be ministry. You heard from a lot of us who are ministers and preachers and teachers, and they call me Minister Wyjuana at church, and it scares me because people throw a whole lot of expectations on you and things like that. And I know I minister, but I'll sit on the second row in the back. I don't care. I don't need the front. But we've all been afraid. Get somebody who's already experienced what you're experiencing, and you've seen them come out. That's what you need to do. So I say to you today, think about how ridiculous it would be if all the construction projects around this state kept the stop signs and the speed bumps and the detours out when the project was finished. It would make absolutely no sense if they've already resurfaced the road and still keep making you drive on the other side. If they kept the stop sign out there when it's perfectly clear the man with the flag is gone. But you guys are being your own man with the flag and stopping yourself, some of you. So I encourage all of you, get in your prayer closet, get you a mentor, get more education if that's what's needed. Read a book. We do need to read.
Yes.
The most wealthy people, all great successful business people, they read something. It says they read every day. Read the Bible. Get some good business advice, whatever you need, but get started. Because from this day, again, this is the Unstoppable Conference. You should not be walking away still putting up personal stop signs in your life. Thank you.